In this video, we're diving into some of the most beloved and infamous reality TV families of the 2000s. From the Kardashians to Run's House, we'll be looking at 5 families that became household names and left a lasting mark on suburban culture. Some rose to fame, others fell from grace, but it all starts with the family that redefined reality TV, the Kardashians. The Kardashians reality show first hit the air in 2007. And you know what else conveniently surfaced months before? Yes, Kim's infamous sex tape with Ray J. While the family always denies that they had any involvement with it, you cannot deny that the controversy undeniably put Kim in the spotlight, just as Keeping Up with the Kardashians was gearing up to premiere. Coincidence? Something you gotta think about. Regardless, the sisters Kourtney, Khloe, Kim, Kendall, and my personal favorite, my croissant, my lover's lane buddy, Kylie, have shaped fashion trends worldwide. Kim in particular has masterfully transitioned from, if you want to call her a reality TV star, all the way into a business mogul, building her billion-dollar shapewear brand, Skims. Kylie, on the other hand, was named the youngest quote-unquote self-made billionaire in 2019, though Forbes later questioned the title after uncovering exaggerated financial claims. But behind the glam, they faced their fair share of drama. Khloe made headlines for continuously forgiving her baby daddy, former NBA player Tristan Thompson, shout out to him, despite his repeated cheating scandals. Meanwhile, Kris was accused of prioritizing fame and fortune over her daughter's well-being, allegedly grooming them to tolerate toxic relationships in the name of success. As their stories became predictable, audiences began craving more authenticity. Ratings dipped, and in response, the family made the move to Hulu, where their show continues to air today, just with a fresh coat of paint. Next up, we have the Osbornes. You guys remember the Osbornes? Yes. The crazy, chaotic, bleak-filled reality TV show that made Ozzy, Sharon, Kelly, and Jack household names. You ever wonder what happened to them? Well, the Osbornes ran from 2002 to 2005 on MTV and was one of the first major celebrity TV shows. It showed Ozzy struggling to function in daily life, while Sharon, his wife, of course ran the household, and Kelly and Jack were rebellious teenagers. But after the camera stopped rolling, where did they all end up? Well, Ozzy kept making music, but struggled with serious health problems, Parkinson's disease, spinal issues, and multiple surgeries. He officially retired from touring in 2023, but still pops up in public and online with his wife. His wife, Sharon, became a major TV personality. She hosted The X Factor, America's Got Talent, and The Talk, but left in 2021 after a controversy. She still manages Ozzy and stays active in media to this day. Kelly got into TV, fashion, music, and worked on Fashion Police. She's had some acting gigs as well. She's also been open about her struggles with addiction, which is very common in TV celebrity. But she's turned things around since then, and in 2022, she had a baby with Slipknot's Sid Wilson. Shout out to Sid Wilson. Jack became a TV producer focused on paranormal and adventure shows. He was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2012, but has managed it well. He's married with kids and still works in TV. Now the Osbornes, they're still around.
Show kind of came about, it was just a real weird, loose conversation we'd had with MTV.
And they were interested. They saw your family and the dynamic, and they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then we did an episode of Cribs that was really highly rated. And so we were just having conversations with a few execs at MTV at the time, and it was just like, hey, we should figure something out. And then over a dinner, it landed on, hey, why don't we do The Real World, but in our house?
But they're no longer reality TV's most obnoxious and wildest family. But yet they still make headlines, so that's a positive thing, don't you think? Next, we have the Chrisleys. The Chrisleys went from reality TV royalty to a full-blown scandal that landed them in serious legal trouble. So what happened? For years, they built their brand on luxury, family values, and Southern charm. Their show, Chrisley Knows Best, was a hit, and they expanded into spin-offs, podcasts, and business ventures. But behind the scenes, their finances weren't as perfect as they seem. Their once thriving empire collapsed. TV shows were canceled, businesses struggled, and their family faced public scrutiny. This is a wild reminder that reality TV isn't always real. Up next, we get the Duggars. Once seen as the poster family for conservative values, the Duggars were admired by many faith-based households, including my own. With 10 siblings, I can relate to the appeal of their structured family-first lifestyle. At a time when reality TV was dominated by drama and excess, the Duggars offered a calmer, faith-driven alternative that resonated with suburban and religious families. Their focus was on homeschooling, debt-free living, and traditional roles made them role models for so many. But over the years, cracks began to show. Their strict beliefs and ties to controversial religious groups led to debates about gender roles, education, and personal freedom. Then serious allegations resurfaced, putting them under intense public scrutiny.
His dad brought him in, and he was also there with the church elder.
And it didn't just happen once. That's according to a police report obtained by In Touch magazine.
According to a 2006 police report published by In Touch magazine 9 years later, Oprah Winfrey canceled an appearance with the Duggar family after a 61-year-old woman reached out to Harpo Studios, warning producers of the eldest son Joshua and his then rumored track record of abuse within the family's own home. The studio's response was to contact the local authorities, who opened up an investigation, interviewing several family members that December. While Jim Bob did everything he could to protect his son from questioning, Springdale police still conducted interviews with several other key family members. The timeline, as documented by authorities, began in March 2002, where the police report indicates that Jim Bob, or James as written in the document, was first approached by one of his daughters who accused Josh of touching her inappropriately while she slept. An accusation that, as the report outlines, Jim Bob did nothing about. Not until several months later, when Josh came forward himself and confessed to his father what he had done.
In 2021, the reality TV empire collapsed as their shows were officially canceled. They're no longer on TV, but their impact on conservative and religious communities still lingers. Yeah, think of Dave Ramsey, think of John Deloney, think of all these characters that are playing a role for you guys. Dave Ramsey, I know he's a financial guy, but there's no doubt about it. What they're spending the show off of, like with John Deloney, and he's counseling people left and right about their marriages, they probably got a lot of that stuff from the Duggars because they were such a poster child. Now Dave Ramsey is a poster child for conservative households and values. Lastly, we have the Simmons family, or as we know them as, Ron's house. Whose house? Ron's house. Okay. From 2005 to 2009, this family dominated reality TV, setting a new standard for what a reality show could be. So what made them iconic? Well, at a time when reality TV was full of chaos, controversy, they brought something different. A successful, tight-knit family, balancing faith, business, and everyday life. Their show wasn't about dysfunction at all. It was about discipline, success, and legacy. They became one of the first reality TV families to showcase wealth, entrepreneurship, and positive family values in an era where that wasn't common on mainstream television. Their mix of hip-hop culture, business moves, and family dynamics made them stand out. After a strong run, the show ended in 2009, but their influence didn't stop there. They set the blueprint for family-driven reality TV that wasn't based on scandals, opening the door for future shows that focused on success and generational wealth. So far, these families have shaped middle-class households all the way up until 2025, the time that we're in today. The girls want to be Kim Kardashian, Khloe, Kylie, whoever, and the guys want to be Ron's house or the Simmons. They just want the family, the life, the investment without doing any other upfront work. I think so far in both cases, they have ruined middle-class families in general, but for a more comprehensive breakdown as to how this affects the economics of things, I may do a different video on that. You guys comment in the comment section below and let me know what you guys want to see, if you want to see that video. If you guys are interested in wondering why I didn't add Jon Kate Plus 8 in there, it's because I already got a video like that right over here. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. Without further ado, guys, I love you. I appreciate you guys. Check out my book if you haven't already. It's linked down in the description box below. And if you want your subject to be talked about, please let me know. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holla at you next week. Peace.